traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1,510th installment of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Good evening, traders. This video, again, the 1,510th installment of these educational videos, coming at you on a Tuesday night for trading, Wednesday, August 24th, 2016. Before we get to what is on the board behind me, remember futures trading is extremely risky. If you don't know that, you should. Futures trading is not suitable for all traders. You can lose a lot more than you had planned on playing with in this game. You must know that a stop is your best friend. You must put those stops in first and know that you've got to have risk capital to play this game, okay? If you understand that, let's look at the board. Green Omni for the Russell 2000, which is basically the stock market. You know, the ES, the NASDAQ. But we like the look of the Russell more than anything else, so I think we're going to end up playing in that arena. We'll see where it goes. Traders, the emini, the NASDAQ, the Russell are still flying in our F flags. We're mired, we're steeped, we're well inside of these really long F flags that we've been in for basically at least half the summer, if not more, and we're staying in them, and we stay a buyer of dips while we're in those flags, and there's not much else we can do about that but buy those dips while we're in there when it dips down. So we will look to buy the dips in the Russell. Grains, very interesting. Let me tell you right now, this video is mostly about grains because I find grains very, very interesting at this juncture. And I'm going to show you some charts in just a moment, and I think you'll understand why. For you traders out there that are serious about this, you must realize that there is a soy meal, bean oil relationship out there that goes with soybeans, and the three of them sort of work together in a crush type spread, right? So there's a lot of stuff that happens out there. We're not going to get into the crush spreads, but I am going to show you some things on the charts I think you'll find interesting in soy meal, bean oil, and soybeans. Maybe even a little bit of a wheat chart out there. We'll see how it goes. So, Russell 2000 looking for the upside. I don't know about the upside in some of the grains, but I do know about the upside in other ones. So we've got grains going in both directions tomorrow, and I would like to show that to you. Traders, if you like the analysis in these videos, there's still one open seat at my Omni camp. I've been slightly selective, slightly skeptical on who I want to fill that seat, but now time is starting to tick. We're only a few weeks away. If you want to come out to Las Vegas for my Omni camp, which is September 9th through 12th, fill out an Omni camp application at livewithoscar.com. I want a novice. I don't want a pro. I want a novice, and I'm going to wait for one. And if one of you novices don't fill out this application, I'm going to let the seat go empty. How about that? That's how adamant I am. I want a novice to fill this Omni Camp seat. I've got applications from pros. I want a novice. If that is you, if you think you don't know anything about analysis, I will show you how to get this right. You are who I am speaking to. I want you to contact me, 702-629-4755, ask for Oscar, or come to livewithoscar.com, fill out an OmniCamp application. I want you to claim my last and final seat. September 9th through 12th, that's OmniCamp. All right, traders, enough of that. Let's go look at some charts.
I drove 29 hours from Wisconsin to come down here, drove it straight through. And on the way down, I was expecting to perhaps be tired somewhere along the way because it's a long drive. And I was up essentially for probably a day and a half, but my mind was just racing all the way down. I had so many things that I wanted to learn. I had so many questions that I wanted to ask. I was so excited about being able to come down here and meet him in person because he's just a force of nature when you see him on these videos. He's every bit as fun and informative and genuine as you might suspect. And just the whole way down, I was completely engaged in wanting to be here.
I've been watching him for the last 8 months, and of course I was skeptical when I saw his flashes and all that, and then I started watching and seeing what he was doing and seeing what he was doing, and I was quite impressed by what he was putting out there, so I had to come and see it.
I came here because I saw Oscar on the internet, of course, joined the chat room, was impressed with his apparent track record, and so I bought the course to learn how to do it myself.
I was learning along the way. I was in the chat room, things would pop up, and I definitely recognized within a month or two that it was very, very powerful what was going on. It was very, very, there was a lot of possibility. I saw the possibility, but yet I understood within a relatively short period of time that it was very, very difficult for me to do without having the extra additional knowledge about what Oscar does. So that's why I made the decision and was very, very fortunate to be able to come out to this first Omni Camp 2.0, and I'm very, very glad that I did.
I had big expectations regarding his system, and this whole experience just blew my mind. I mean, it over-delivered expectations, for sure.
Why create mediocrity when you can imitate genius? And to me, Oscar is a genius in this business because he's studied it more, he's tested it more, he's tested it with his own money and continues to do that. What better validation could you have?
Traders, the first chart I'm going to show you this evening should be a familiar chart to you at this point, the emini S&P daily bar chart. This bar chart showed the first flag, if you follow me, flagpole, flag. I didn't really darken it in because I want this flag to take precedent, but boom, flagpole, flag, started out with the little flag. Blew up into a much bigger one. Now the whole darn thing is the flagpole. Here is your F flag. We are sitting right here, dead center in that F flag. You've got to take the buy the dip calls at this point. You want it to go up here and then break out at some point. Still in the F flag, have been in this F flag for quite some time. You've got to buy the dips in your E-mini S&P. And is there any agreement with that? Absolutely. Look at the Russell 2000. Look at how smartly it's played inside this flag. Russell 2000, same flag, started here and blew up into a bigger one. Remember, we've got an Omni Camp seat open, just one. I want to teach this to a novice. Come to livewithoscar.com and allow me to help you understand how this stuff works. It is fantastic. There is no other roadmap I have ever seen in my 35 years in this business that is as accurate as a good chart read. Come on down and I'll teach you how to do that. So here we are, Russell 2000, beautiful F flag. Look at your NASDAQ. Look at how long we have been in this F flag, and we're sitting right at the base of it right now, which means we should go higher. So the indices agree with more upside for now while we're in the F flag. But let's get to the point at hand, baby. The matter at hand are the grains. Here you are, soybeans. You've seen this chart before. This is your 200 bar moving average, this blue one right here. When soybeans hit it, it dumped, rallied back up, gets above it, and has a massive rally. Comes all the way back down, and look what it does. Boom, gets right back above it, and now this is a bull flag, or an F flag, if you will. So the Oscarism F flag exists. Soybeans is in it right now. Soybeans is in the F flag, looking like it wants to move higher. So there's your soybeans. Now let's go look at some of the byproducts. Soybean oil, bull flag, makes sense. Soybeans and soybean oil in the same direction. I like that. Bull flag, pennant flag, if you will, in the bean oil agrees with the soybeans. Then you've got soy meal in a very nice downward channel, bear channel, and in a bear flag, and that makes even more sense if you don't understand the relationship between soy meal, bean oil, and soybeans. You should come on down to livewithoscar.com where I can help you understand that relationship better. But there's an absolute relationship between these markets, and the more you know that relationship, the safer you are when you play them. Bean oil looks bullish, soy meal today looks bearish if you ask me. And then you've got this. Look at this killer bear flag in the wheat. It finally broke out of the bear flag as of Tuesday, and it looks like Wednesday you've got more downside coming. Bear flag in your December wheat. You gotta love that too. It's all about the grains this week, traders. Come on down to livewithoscar.com and I'll educate you on how these grains operate. So, traders, you've seen the charts. You've got my technical argument for why we are looking for the upside in the indices, at least the Russell 2K. We'll start there. And why grains are very interesting. Now, traders, listen. There are so many analysts out there that would stand in front of a camera or get on television or write something, and when they talk about the soy meal, bean oil, soybeans combination, and the crush spread, they would speak to you in terms that would make your head spin, and they want to sound like they're such schooled professionals that their jargon is way above your pay grade. And let me tell you right now, the whole idea behind what I do is to keep this simple. Yes, that's a crush spread, but why not just show it to you in 3 simple-to-read charts instead of trying to pretend that I am the genius hedger of all traders out there like so many of these clowns do. But you know what they also do? They give you both sides of the story. It might go up, but if it doesn't go up, it could go down. And guess what? If it doesn't go up or it doesn't go down, it won't do anything that day. You know, you get a lot of that from these clowns. I give you what I call the best technical analysis chart read I can possibly do for you, and I've got a lot of logged hours in this business and 35 years deep, and what I give you is a very, very professional chart read. But simple. Keep it simple, traders. That's what this is all about. Don't complicate the matter. Come on down to livewithoscar.com and I'll help simplify it for you even more. Traders, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help keep those emotions at bay is do the same exercise I've been doing for most of my career, and that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll live with Oscar.com. I'll see you in my free live trading room. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.